Hello friends, I'm the Advocate, and this is Demo Disc number 5. Released in March 1996, although cover dated April, alongside issue 5 of the official UK PlayStation magazine. There are 5 playable demos and 1 video on this disc. Let's start off by mentioning the music. It's eerie, what's up with that? I mean, I like it, but man, does it set a mood. We've also got yet another new background, and new icon designs to go with it. On to the demos. Pull a Rambo and storm a jungle in the demo for Lone Soldier. You play as Hank, who must invade various environments to put a stop to terrorists who have stolen an experimental nuclear weapon. Oh, and aliens. Gotta throw aliens in there too. Despite how American this game seems, it was actually developed by a British studio. Heck, it was never released in the States. Only Europe and Japan. Reviews at release were mixed. The game has shown up on a few bad video games lists over the years. The demo puts you in a jungle level.
Hello, Firestorm 1. Do you copy on the code 179er? This is a green light for a go, go, go.
Board an attack copter in the demo for Firestorm Thunderhawk 2. This is a combat flight game with arcade controls. The game takes place through a series of missions set all around the world. The helicopter is armed with a variety of weaponry, including chain guns, missiles, rockets, and cluster bombs. Reviews at release were mostly positive. Most critics enjoyed the fun of destroying enemies, the large number of missions, and the nicely detailed graphics. Overall, this game was considered to be better than the contemporary flight simulators that were around at the time. The demo has a single mission.
Action bandits incoming and looking real mean. Main target dead ahead. Repeat, main target dead ahead. Main target dead ahead. Repeat, main target dead ahead. Suggest evasive action. Bandits incoming and looking real mean.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Orlando Magic.
Shoot some hoops in the demo for Total NBA 96. Yep, it's basketball. The game utilizes motion capture animation and includes the teams from the official NBA 1995-96 season. Reviews on release were good, with the magazine giving it a 9 out of 10. Some critics compared it to NBA Jam, and commented on how Total NBA was more realistic, but it still included an arcade mode to satisfy Jam enthusiasts. Most reviewers agreed on the graphics and gameplay being decent. The demo lets you play the first quarter of a match between Orlando Magic and Phoenix Suns.
In and out. Steal.
Michael Finley.
From way downtown.
That's
Ooh,
the end.
terrible
Period of
shot.
play.
Lonesome ghosts. Hiya, pal.
Help Mickey Mouse in the demo for Mickey's Wild Adventure. A port of a game called Mickey Mania, this is a platform game where players guide Mickey through various levels, all based on some of his classic cartoons. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park though, this game can get very difficult. Mickey can only take so many hits, and while he can throw marbles at enemies, these are in short supply. Reviews at release were decent, with many critics praising the animation and gameplay. The demo lets you try out the Lonesome Ghosts level.
Ghosts. Oh.
Entering arena.
The last demo one here is for Assault Rigs. This is a vehicular combat game taking place in a futuristic setting where virtual sport has become more popular than real sport. One of which is Assault Rigs, a tank simulator set in a 3D virtual environment. The goal of each level is to collect all the gems while destroying or avoiding enemies, before heading toward the exit. Sometimes there are simple puzzles to solve, such as pushing blocks and building bridges. The game does support 2 players, but only with the link cable. The game received mixed reviews. Critics complained about the oversensitive controls, lack of split screen, and inappropriate music, but praised the gameplay and graphics. The demo has a level for you to play. video shows off the making of Actua Soccer, which we'll see on the next disc.
Basically, I'm writing and designing the logic and the game intelligence. That part of the game will involve user control, so the user can make the game playable, make it look realistic, join the animation together and make the actions flow into each other. Beforehand, most people just worked on sprites, but now we've got motion capture animation.
Motion capture is recording movements of people or things in 3 dimensions, so a computer can animate figures using real movements rather than artificial animations. A person doing the motion capture has to be covered in small reflective markers. They then can do their movements inside an area surrounded by 6 cameras. The cameras record the images of the markers, and then a computer converts that into 3-dimensional movement.
It gives it a very much more realistic edge. You can really picture the person who originally did the moves. It looks like real footballers. It does make it a lot more technically complicated. The continuity particularly, we have to use a technique called tweening, I can reveal that much, which is in-betweening, where we have to meld one motion capture into another smoothly so you don't see the joins where they were.
The 44 main ranking countries in the world, you can play various competitions, selecting from those 44. You can play league systems, cup, competitions, friendly games.
The main difference between the PSX and the PC version is in the way the players have been rendered. What we've tried to do is make use of all the hardware capabilities of the PlayStation. For example, the players have been rendered using a lot of polygons to give them much more detail. And when you look at them on screen, they look a lot more solid. If you look at the PC version, the players kind of spin around and from some angles, and it looks a bit strange, but not on the PlayStation.
We took inspiration from sort of the modern TV stations, Sky Sports, things like that, and tried to get it to look as real as possible.
I'm Neil, and I'm a musician. I write most of the music for this company. Do a few sound effects, record speech, and motivate the masses with my larkish humour. I've just been doing some rough demos at the moment and been writing a few words with a couple of other guys. Been doing a bit of the script and stuff. It's coming along. I think it's going to be sharp and to the point.
Well, the sound we use is the commentator Barry Davis, as everyone knows, and he did about 4,000 samples for us, which is far in excess of what we expected.
I'm working on a wall of honour. I'm on my board up there on the wall. At the moment I've got Andy Sinton and Chris Woods, as you can see, and also I've got When I Met the Beautiful South and a few other people up there, but Barry Davis, when I get my picture developed, Barry's at the top of that.
As I've said quite often, it's become a bit of a cliche of mine, one man's commentator is another man's irritation. And so I believe what you don't say is as important as what you do say. And commentators actually, as a breed, we all talk too much. It's almost a qualification for the job. It's not so much liking the sound of your own voice, but you do sort of go with the flow. I've seen sort of some things in arcades, and I can remember sort of my son having, when we first bought him a computer years ago, I mean, I'm of the generation that once children know far more about these things than parents.
Came up with the actual name, Actua Soccer, and designed the logo. Actua meaning actual action taken from the motion capture rather than anything virtual, which I'd rather got tired of. Yeah. Well, people took it too far. William Gibson and Rudy Rucker put out the map and everybody abused it and everything became very un-cyber.
My job as producer is basically keeping all the programmers, graphic artists, musicians, commentary programmers all in the same direction, making sure that everybody's pulling together as a team, working together as a team, and in the end to produce the best football game there is on the market.
Well, I'll tell you what I think of Actua Soccer. I think it's the most realistic game play-wise and player-wise. How the players run about little back heels, little flicks to each other. It's the most realistic looking game I've ever seen. The artwork's absolutely amazing. The front end makes you want to play it. I've seen it and I was drooling over it myself. I think it's amazing.
And for me to actually appear in it, or not appear in it, but the movements appear there, it's like I say, it's a dream come true.
That's everything to be found on Disc 5. With an eerie theme and interesting demos, this is one unforgettable demo disc. On the next disc, I play Actua Soccer, I also play Actua Golf, and I play another game involving shooting up bad guys. Check out our Discord in the description, and I'll see you later.